Okay, so it is day 4 on Expedition Online, and boy, let me tell you, the game has been shooken up. Shake, 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 shake. Ready to explode. So basically, we prepared for the challenge, and right before we were about to go into the challenge, they told us, y'all about to swap teams. I'm like, great. Me and my team just finished motivating each other, and now we have to switch. So we switched. I ended up on Team Janet. So now I am with Hannah, Gabe, Garrett, Justin, Jared, Jennifer. And I hope I'm not forgetting anybody else. I think that's it. Yeah, so it was us. We competed in the challenge. Unfortunately, we didn't come out on top. But however, Justin won immunity, so he could not be voted out. So we went back to our camp, and I went into the shelter, and then they were like, "Oh, you wanna go and talk?" So I was like, "Okay, let's go and talk." So I went into another room to chat with Jared and Jennifer, and right when I got in there, it was like, "Give me a name. Give me a name. Is there anyone on your team that you like want to get rid of?" And da 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 da. And I'm just like, "Whoa." I have no idea. Like, I had to talk to my other tribe mates to find out where their head is at. Like, I haven't even talked to them since the challenge finished. So yeah, if I can get back to you and then let you know of a name, I don't mind working with you guys. So yeah, I hopped out of that chat real quick, and then all of a sudden, Justin wants to talk to me. Hopped into another chat with him. I jumped in the chat with him, and he was like super aggressive, super like hard on, like, we need, and like, give me a name from your tribe of someone that you were willing to let go of. I was thinking Gabe because he was already voted out previously, so why not vote him out again? And I'm like, nah. Literally is what I was thinking in my head. I didn't say that to him directly, but that's what I was thinking. And he was asking me, "Oh, who do you trust the most on your tribe?" And I'm like, I don't really trust anybody, because like I found out some information, and yeah, like I just don't know. Like, honestly, I was just playing dumb, because there's no way I'm gonna tell these people who I trust the most. Like, you don't do that. Like, do you not know how to play? Anyways, so after I told him that I didn't know, I asked him, "Who do you trust the most?" And he's like, "Oh, like, out of everyone, I trust Janet the most." And like, I know on day 0, it was like me, you, Hannah, Maddie, Gabe, Garrett, Gideon. We were all gonna stick with the six. And I really all about sticking with the 6. I had no interest in sticking with Team Janet to begin with. Blah 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 blah. I'm like, okay, good to know, but still, I want to talk to the rest of my team, and then I'll get back to you. I feel like that's fair, because I've literally talking to your entire side, and I haven't talked to my team. Like I need to know where their head is at in order for me to place my vote strategically, because at the end of the day, Chantel's got to do what's best for her game and her game only, because ain't nobody looking out for me. I gotta look out for myself. What? So then I go, and then I have a talk with Garrett and Gabe, and they were like, and I told them straight up, I was like, Justin wants to put down your name, Gabe. He's like, "What?" He said that? I'm like, "Yeah." And I'm just like, I'm not here for it. Like, honestly, I'm not trying to like vote you out again. Like, no, I'm already happy that you came back from the trail of the deserted. Like, there's no way I'm gonna do that to you again. Like, I just think that's stupid. And then he was like, "Yeah." And then they were telling me about how the other people wanted to like say Jared's name, but when I hopped in a chat with Jared, he was cool peeps. I really liked his energy. Like, I felt like we could have a good conversation, like even outside the game. Like, he's cool. So automatically I'm like, yeah, I don't want to get rid of Jared. And then we're just thinking, and then I was talking to the guys. I'm like, okay, there's something that Justin told me, and you guys can't tell anybody after I tell you this. And they're like, oh, what is it? What is it? I was like, so Justin asked me, who do I trust the most? And I told him I didn't know. And then I asked him, who does he trust the most? And he told me that he trusted Jennifer the most. And I was like, okay, good to know that you trust her the most. But I was thinking, guys, do you guys want to get rid of Jennifer? Because if that's a duo over there, we should split them up now. I feel so evil. I feel so evil. I feel so bad. But then at the end of the day, like, I know Justin wanted to stick with the 6, and I totally get it. Like, I totally get it. But at the end of the day, the 6 that happened on day 0 is not how we feel right now on day 4. Like, it's a different day. We have to move at the pace of the game. We can't be still stuck on day 0. Like, and there's no way I'm going to stick with a team where I don't even know where their head's at. I don't even know if they have my back the way that I have their back. Like, I don't know. I don't know this. Like, just because that's what you want and I'm supposed to take your word as face value? No, not today, not tomorrow, not ever in life. So anyways, I rounded up the troops. And then they were like, okay, well, we need to get one more vote. And the person that we need to get one more vote from is Hannah. And as I've told you guys before, Hannah's the biggest wild card of life. But in my conversation with Justin, he also revealed to me that Hannah trusts me the most, which is shocking to me because not a lot of people trust her. So I'm glad I have that information in my back pocket, because then I'm going to keep her as my shield. She's going to be out there gallivanting, doing what Hannah does best, and I'm just going to be sitting here watching like, carry on, ma'am, carry on. I feel so evil, but I mean, this is the name of the game. Like, I came here to play, and my goal is to win for my charity, and my goal is to win for Ethan, because I was on his tribe first, period. Yeah. So then we went to Crossroads, and boy, let me tell you, there was fireworks going on. We get there, Docs is asking us questions. He asked me, how does XYZ make me feel, and blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, honestly, you gotta maintain composure. It doesn't matter what you feel. The way that this game works, things flip on the switch of a dime. You literally have to have like a non-attachment to what's going on in the game, because that will bring out emotions in you that you don't want to like harm you going forward. Tell me why, as I say that, Justin and Garrett want to get into it. And Justin literally says with his chest, well, I'm letting everybody know I'm voting Gabe, period. Like, I'm voting him out, so whoever wants to vote with me, you can vote with me. And I'm just here with my blanket like, like, you're literally putting a target on your back, and you're literally behaving like you're on a power trip because you have safety, so you feel like you can say and do anything. Like, no, sir, the numbers are clearly not on your side. So why are you behaving like this? You should settle down and be quiet. Be humble with your little immunity. It's as simple as that. Just be humble, sit down, and be quiet. But he did the exact opposite. And boy, whew, then it went down to the votes, and the votes were 4-2. And yeah, Justin got blindsided, and Jennifer got voted out, and that was because of me. And Jennifer, I didn't get to know you as much as I would have liked to, and it's unfortunate that Justin threw your name out there, and I feel sorry, and I really feel sorry on that part. But for my game moving forward, I have to like work with the pieces that I have at this point. Yeah. Justin was shook. Docs asked Jennifer if she had anything to say, and she literally had nothing to say. She was speechless. She did not see this coming. Yeah, and then she finally figured out what she wanted to say, and she's like, Justin, all I gotta say is you better go. You better go and you better win. And I'm just sitting here like, I don't know how this boy's planning on winning if he don't have numbers on his side. So, yeah. So then we went back to camp, and then we had a couple drinks, and everything was kumbaya. So I feel like, yeah, Monday will be great. Day 5 will be great. And yeah, we'll see how this goes. I just hope that I can get further in the game. I'm so excited. Talk to you guys later. Bye.
So it feels good to be back in the game. Didn't expect the team merge and to have both teams vote someone out. But I'm just happy that it wasn't me and that I survived this time, actually. Good night.
All right. So let me get this straight. You're telling me that I've blown up Hannah's game already. I've blown up Gabe's game already. And you're gonna swap me to have both of them, me and my number one, all on one tribe. Like, how am I supposed to work with that, right? Yet somehow we got all 4 of those people to vote the same way. Like, they all didn't flip. None of them. They have like Gabe has no reason to work with us. We voted him out. He has no reason to work with us. Hannah has no reason to work with us. We used her as a decoy vote. Like, these 2 people have no reason to trust any Ethan at this point. We've done them so dirty. And yet, both of them vote with us. And Gabe helps out by getting Jared to vote with us, making it 5-2. Like, just wild to me. Like, I don't even know why. And then on top of that, they target Gabe. Like, I told to their face that I am not going to be working with you, right, on this vote. Told it to their face, and they didn't target me. They didn't target Chantel. They target Gabe, of all people. Like, just blows my mind. Like, this dude has no reason to work with us, and yet they target him. Just so wild to me. Just so insane. So I've blown up all these people's games, but somehow, after all of this that's happened, it's me, Chantel, and possibly Gabe, and that's my tight 3. Those 3. Like, how did that happen? And then I've blown up Justin's game. Justin seems like he's like, I got nothing now because of what you did, so I guess I'm working with you. Like, what? What? This man? I blew up his game. He's like, I guess I have to work with you because I don't think I can come crawling back to them. Just so crazy. So I've blown up Gabe's game, and she's working with me. I've blown up Hannah's game, and she's working with me. And I've blown up Justin's game, and he might work with me. Like, how crazy is that? Like, that just, it's so exactly opposite of how you think this game should work, and yet it's working for me. Oh my god, I've done them so dirty, these poor people. It's like they're playing Yahtzee with like 4 dice. Like, how are they supposed to win with this, man? Oh my god. This game just keeps getting better, bro.
That was so crazy. Maybe the most fun day though, like that was really fun. My man Justin knows how to play the game. I no longer am sure about alliances. Dang. Yeah, Chantel's the only one that I trust. And now barely, after what she was saying at Crossroads about you should never trust one person or tell them. And I told her, oh well. What a fun day. Crossroads was so entertaining. There was a possibility where I was going to flip, but it was very small. I really wanted to see where everyone else's heads were at. And there was a possibility they were going to vote me out. So I also wanted to show, since the original Team Ethan was watching our Crossroads, I wanted to show the younger boys that they don't have a reason to distrust me and that I will stick with the alliance and, you know, try to get this game locked down for Ethan. So that was That was a great one. I'm so entertained and my mind is blown. Jennifer, super sorry we had to let you go. I'm also starting to wonder if Justin was actually aligned with Jared and this is what he wanted to happen. If so, man is a mastermind. So I guess we'll see how this goes. Wow.
So today was a swap, and while we had an idea that it was coming, it still was really shocking, and it was chaotic and a mess. So we could have predicted that. What we couldn't have predicted was that both parties were going to have to go to crossing tonight. So our original plan was going to be that whatever tribe had the most original Team Janet members, we were going to throw the challenge, but we didn't have that chance. So it became a complete scramble. And then to make matters worse, Justin won exemption, so he couldn't get votes. So it was literally between me and Jennifer. And as terrible as I feel, I had to turn on Jennifer. I knew that 4 wasn't going to split up. And actually, both Chantel and Gabe kind of looped me in, which gives me a lot of trust in them. And even Chantel pulled me aside after the vote just to let me know that she helped pay me, and I completely believe her. I always felt really good vibes from her, and I think I could really work with her. I'm glad I decided to stay open and fluid because as bad as I feel for blindsiding Jennifer, it was me or her, and I didn't have a choice. And Justin went on this huge, crazy tangent at crossing, and I don't know what he's thinking. Like, these people are not going to trust him. So unfortunately, if we go back, I'm throwing him right under that bus because the only chance of me making it to the merge is if I don't get voted off. So it's crazy. I'm not really feeling very comfortable any longer. You know, I really wanted to be with Maddie and Daniel and Kyle, and they're all in the other tribe, and now they're going to have an opportunity to get closer while I'm stuck over here. And now I'm concerned that when we get to the merge, they're not going to trust me. So there's a lot of moving pieces. I'm kind of excited for a day off tomorrow just to kind of take all this in. And Monday, we really have to win. So fingers crossed.
All right. Well, a lot of my game got blown up last night. So we swap. And as soon as I hear it's a swap and that we are even 7-7 on both original groups, I know I'm going to end up in a minority group of my originals because my luck is shit in a lot of places where it's dependent on randomness. So, yeah, we start off great. I start off on the Janet tribe. I think I was the third person on it. All of us original Janets. I needed one more to have the majority, and from there on, it is 4 Ethans coming over with us. So, I have a lot of work cut out for me. I win individual immunity, so I feel safe, obviously, for this first vote as a new group, but in my head, if one of the original Janets goes home, all control that I could have in this group is gone. I don't see a reason that these 4 Ethans are going to turn on each other next time, so for me, it was use this opportunity when I am immune and do everything I can to try and get one of these Ethans to flip. Hannah was the person I was hoping was most likely to do it. I had spoken to her the night 0. She was part of that group of 6 that we had that I was hoping she would go back with. I gave her a pitch. I offered her, you give me one of these other guys that came over with you. Me, you, Jennifer, and whoever you feel the most comfortable with, who she said was Chantel. If the 4 of us come together, we have majority in this new swapped group. So if you vote with us, we can then go further as a group. I told her if she did that, I would give her Jared the next vote to show that I am not looking to just go to the end with the Janet's group. So that was really the only play I feel like I had. I gave the same pitch to Garrett and Gabe. I really didn't want to go that route anyway. I would have rather gone the Hannah Chantel route. From what we got, Hannah was kind of on the outs, or something happened with her giving a road vote. Chantel called her chaos. And honestly, chaos to me would have been the best thing for my game going into this new group. Didn't work out. But I knew there was a possibility that it wasn't going to work, that all these four were going to take the safe route and just stick together. And I mean, I can't blame them. It's an easy way to go. You guarantee you have the numbers. But knowing this, I got the idea that Jennifer could be the vote because they were telling me Jared, and me pushing so hard to stick with the Janet 3, I figured they weren't going to be honest with me. So I actually started to think, okay, Jennifer might be in trouble. So I started to lay the groundwork for if my plan fails. I told all four of them already that I think Jared is very tight with the original Janets. That he was part of this core group that me and Jennifer were both left out of. So obviously Jennifer goes home, who basically was honestly the only person I made any form of one-on-one alliance with in this game. So right now I have no one. At Tribal, I went all out. I exposed my whole hand, hoping that it would show Hannah to work with me. I said I was voting Gabe. The other group, new swap group was watching. I said I didn't remember. I 100% remember they were there. Part of it was I knew if this new group thinks that I blew up my own game and I have no one that trusts me, I have a better shot now. That's my pitch at this point. I can now go pitch to these four, like, look, Garrett blew up my whole game that I trusted no one on original Janet. I have no one over there. I have no one in this game. The only person that was with me, you just voted out last time. So right now, I am alone. No one trusts me. No one wants to work with me. And I'm hoping that on the other side, we see that an original Ethan was voted out there. Because if that's the case, I can pitch to these four people. If we lose again, you got to get rid of Jared. Because if you keep Jared in this game, he's going to go back to those other Janets on the other side when we merge, or when you merge, because they'll be voting me out. I don't have that opportunity anymore. Garrett blew up my game. They don't trust me. They're not going to want to work with me. I don't want to work with them. So that's my pitch now to them. I mean, it's an uphill battle, but I think I at least gave myself this out that I have the opportunity to last at least one more vote on this group. So the fact that they got Jared to vote Jennifer, I was actually kind of shocked about that part. I knew that it was a very tough sell to get the number on our side, but the fact that they got Jared to do it, I was impressed because he was very gung-ho of Janet Strong. And I understand, I'm not mad at him. He made a game move. He thought he did what's best for his game. Personally, I don't think it was smart for him to do it. I don't understand it's not like him voting her out. I mean, in my eyes, at least, I wouldn't think of him as like, oh, he's with us now, because he just made a vote that he thought he had to. Yeah, so that's my game move. Gonna have to throw Jared under the bus. I honestly think next time we lose a challenge, I will obviously throw Jared on the bus. I think Garrett is my best bet right now to get into this group a little bit more. I'm going to basically offer myself up to him only, not to the other three, as a vote in his favor. Like, I'll offer them all the same. I have nowhere else to go. Keeping Jared is a number you're keeping that is an original Janet. But for me, to Garrett alone, I will give him I have no actual alliances. If you keep me, I will be a number that if you decide if and when you want to make a move on the Ethans, you have me in your pocket. So at least you have a vote with you that no one else has. I mean, my number one thing is we have to win the challenge today. I'm hoping that the other group decides that they're going to throw the challenge, because that was one of the plans, that the majority Janet group, if a swap comes, they throw it. I mean, I wouldn't have. I would have been like, screw you guys. Like, you're on your own. I'm hoping, though, that Kyle and Daniel, who I didn't trust, is basically who I'm hoping at this point is like, no, we got to throw. We got to save them. Honestly, it'd probably be more saving Jared than me at this point. But, I mean, you save Jared, you save me. So, I don't really care. I will hitch on to the parachute of Jared if I have to in order to save myself in this game. And I won't feel bad about it. And if I have to, I will also cut his parachute so that he falls and I survive to the next round. So, yeah.